Orange County Registered Digital.
Hello and welcome to the OCVarsity Gridiron Show, Week 1. We are here at La Habra High School. I'm your host, Jonathan Khamis, being joined by Dan Albano and Steve Fryer. And Steve, do you know what La Habra means in Spanish?
It means the harbor. But there's no harbor near there, I don't know. But they also have the La Habra Concrete Company, which is pretty big.
I was going to say it means 6 CIF championships. I did not expect for you to have a legitimate answer, but there it is. All right, fellas, after actually this is a Week 2 preview show. I made a mistake already at the top of the show. Week 1 is in the books, and we're talking amazing performances. I'll go ahead and start first. Sam Darnold, I've yet to see him play as a football player, and I know you like him as a basketball player, Steve. He was some kind of impressive on his feet, scoring 3 touchdowns with the pass and also 1 on the ground. I thought he was amazing. Who's your Week 1 performer, Dan?
You know, there was a lot of offense, but I'm going to stick with I'm going to give you a defensive player. Sophomore cornerback at Modern Day, Jalen Cole. Second varsity game returned. He had 3 interceptions against Ville Park, returned 2 for touchdowns. They won. Modern Day rolled 63-0.
Steve, who is your star player out of Week 1?
Well, KJ Costello was awesome last week for Santa Margarita. That kid's really got it together. But Rancho Alamitos, the school, you know, Dan and Jonathan, you know, that's a running school. It always has been. Nick Brown, the quarterback, 7 touchdown passes last week. He has had a hand in all 12 touchdowns for Rancho Alamitos, 11 throwing, 1 running, 12 touchdowns he's been a part of already in just 2 weeks of play.
All right, enough about Week 1. Let's head into Week 2 for our game of the week. It is Corona Del Mar versus El Toro. We've seen both of these teams play this year. We've been all over those 2 teams. I think this is going to be an exciting game. I can't predict the winner. Dan, can you?
Oh, this is a really hard game to pick. You know, the way I see this game is that you have El Toro's offense led by Trey Tinsley. You know, Chargers averaging about 42.5 points a game. Spread, high-tempo offense against a Corona Del Mar defense that has opened the season with 2 straight shutouts. They have pretty much about 10 returning starters off a state championship team. They have the longest winning streak in the state of California with 28 games. I got a sneaking suspicion that El Toro is going to find a way to win this game. You know, last year was a great game, 24-21 CDM. I think El Toro somehow gets an upset today, this week.
All right, I like Corona Del Mar's defense. I think Parker Chase is absolutely amazing. He's on quite a roll right now. I saw him pick up a couple sacks last week. But Steve, I think you're going towards El Toro too.
Yeah, I am, because I'm so impressed by that offense. It's really a fun offense to watch. Boy, they just run that no-huddle faster than anybody. Now, Corona Del Mar also runs the no-huddle hurry-up too. I think El Toro runs a little bit better than Corona Del Mar does right now. But like Dan was saying, you know, 10 returning starters from a great defensive group last year. You know, I really like Corona Del Mar an awful lot, but I just think El Toro is just a little bit better right now.
Close call behind us, guys. Trinity League. Is this the best Trinity League we have seen maybe recently? I mean, they're dominating the top 10 and just stellar standout players across the field.
It probably is. I mean, there's no weak link in this league, and I think it just seems like every single program in the Trinity League, and of course you have to start with the defending champion St. John Bosco.
Oh yeah, them.
You know, everyone seems dialed in. I mean, I was real impressed with how Orange Lutheran played last week against Corona Centennial. I mean, they really, shootout, close game down in Oceanside. I mean, Jay Serra is coming on.
Yeah, they're getting better every year.
You know, better every year with Nick Robinson and company. Daniel Bailey had a great week last week. Modern Day is impressive. Servite. Everybody. Santa Margarita is definitely got a new feel about it. They're running the spread offense. So yeah, I'd say it's the best it's ever been.
What do you say, you Trinity homer, you?
Well, I have to totally agree, because for a while there, Jay Serra was just quite a ways below everybody else, but they have stepped up. I think that Bosco's the #1 team, but really is in Modern Day so far has shown that they're the #2 team. But number 3, I mean, my gosh, Servite, is Santa Margarita better than Servite? When I saw Santa Margarita last week, I was totally impressed. Orange Lutheran has had 2 really good games. Yeah, they lost to Centennial of Corona, but they were right there with them the whole time. A play here, a play there. It is an amazingly deep league in that Trinity League. I was so impressed by Margarita last week. Better than I thought they would be, at this early point of the season. And like we say, Jay Serra keeps getting better. Servite is Servite, Modern Day. Offensive line and defensive line play as good as anybody in Southern California. It is rugged.
Sure is, and we'll talk about La Habra over here behind us. They're playing Mission Viejo. We'll talk about them in the OCVarsity Gridiron Extra Show, but until then, our thanks to Dan Albano and Steve Fryer. I'm your host, Jonathan Khamis, and check out OCVarsity.com for all your latest OC high school football information. Check out OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.
Orange County Register. We are here in the service of Orange County.